Hello, intrepid travelers and curious minds, and welcome to another fascinating journey with Atlas Narrator. Today, we're setting our sights on a landlocked jewel nestled in the heart of Central Europe, often overlooked but brimming with a rich tapestry of history, breathtaking landscapes, and a vibrant culture. We're talking about Slovakia, a country that might just surprise you with its charm and resilience. So, grab your imaginary hiking boots, settle in, and let's uncover the wonders of Slovakia. Slovakia, officially the Slovak Republic, is a relatively young nation in its modern independent form, having peacefully separated from the Czech Republic in January 1993 in what's often playfully called the Velvet Divorce. But don't let its youth deceive you. This country's story stretches back to prehistoric times. Evidence of human habitation dates back as far as 270,000 BCE, with ancient tools found near Nové Mesto nad Váhom. Neanderthal remains near Garnovce also attest to its ancient past. The Iron Age saw Celtic tribes like the Boii establishing settlements and even minting silver coins called biatex, marking the first known use of writing in Slovakia. The Romans also left their mark, establishing outposts along the Danube, like Gerulata near modern-day Bratislava, and leaving inscriptions as far north as Trenčín. The narrative truly begins to take shape with the arrival of the Slavs in the 5th and 6th centuries. These early Slavic groups formed the basis of significant early medieval states. In the 7th century, Slovakia became the center of Samo's empire, a powerful but short-lived Slavic polity. Later, in the 8th century, the Principality of Nitra emerged, where the first known Christian church in the territory was consecrated around 828 under its ruler Pribina. This principality would eventually be incorporated into Great Moravia, a powerful 9th century Slavic state that also encompassed parts of present-day Moravia and Bohemia. The Great Moravian Empire reached its peak with the arrival of Saints Cyril and Methodius in 863. These Byzantine missionaries brought Christianity and, crucially, developed the first Slavic alphabet, translating the Gospel into Old Church Slavonic, which laid the foundation for Slavic literary traditions. However, the empire eventually collapsed in the early 10th century, and the territory of Slovakia was progressively integrated into the developing Kingdom of Hungary. For nearly a millennium, Slovakia remained an integral part of the Hungarian state. This long period saw its share of challenges, including the devastating Mongol invasion in the 13th century, and later, from the 16th to 18th centuries, southern portions were even incorporated into the Ottoman Empire, while the rest became part of the Habsburg monarchy, with Bratislava serving as Hungary's capital. Despite centuries of foreign rule, the Slovak people remarkably managed to preserve their language and unique culture. The 19th century brought the Slovak national movement, led by figures like Ľudovít Štúr, who codified the modern Slovak language. The 20th century was a whirlwind of change. After World War I, Slovakia joined the Czechs to form Czechoslovakia. However, internal tensions persisted, partly due to economic disparities and differing religious traditions between the more industrialized Czech lands and the more agrarian, predominantly Catholic Slovakia. Then came World War II, during which Slovakia briefly existed as a Nazi-aligned puppet state, the First Slovak Republic, a dark chapter that included the persecution and deportation of thousands of Jews. The Slovak national uprising in 1944 was a powerful act of resistance against this regime and the occupying German forces. After the war, Czechoslovakia was re-established and fell under communist rule from 1948 until the peaceful Velvet Revolution in 1989. This led to Slovakia's independence in 1993. Since then, Slovakia has rapidly developed a high-income market economy, joining major international organizations like the United Nations, 1993, NATO, 2004, the European Union, 2004, and adopting the Euro, 2009. It's even been dubbed the Tatra Tiger for its impressive economic growth in the early 2000s. Now let's talk about the land itself. Slovakia is often described as a mountainous country, and for good reason. Over 61% of its surface is covered by the majestic Carpathian Mountains. Imagine towering peaks like Gerlachowski Štit, the highest point in Slovakia and the entire Carpathian Range, reaching 2,655 meters above sea level. These mountains are divided into several stunning ranges, including the High Tatras, Low Tatras, Malá Fatra, and Velká Fatra, offering incredible hiking, skiing, and simply breathtaking views. The Tatra mountain range even features as one of the 3 hills on the Slovak coat of arms, symbolizing its national importance. But it's not all peaks and valleys. Slovakia also boasts fertile lowlands in the south, like the Danubian lowland, where the capital Bratislava lies. This small country is surprisingly rich in water resources, holding the second largest reserves of drinking water in Europe, after Austria. The Žitný ostrov, or Rye Island, is Central Europe's largest natural groundwater source. You'll find a dense network of rivers, with the Vark being the longest at 403 kilometers, though the mighty Danube is its largest by discharge. The country also has over 1,780 identified mineral and thermal springs, many of which have been developed into popular spa towns like Piešťany and Bardejov. Underneath Slovakia's surface lies another world entirely, hundreds of caves and caverns. Over 30 of these subterranean marvels are open to the public, 5 of which are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the stunning Dobšinská Ice Cave and the intricate Ochtinska Aragonite Cave. The country is also fiercely dedicated to preserving its natural beauty, with 9 national parks covering 6.5% of its land surface. These parks, such as the Tatra National Park and the Slovak Paradise National Park, protect a diverse array of ecosystems, from dense mixed forests to alpine meadows, and are home to a rich biodiversity including brown bears, wolves, lynxes, and the iconic Tatra chamois. Slovakia's climate is temperate continental, meaning it experiences all 4 seasons with distinct characteristics. Summers can be quite warm, especially in the southern lowlands, with temperatures occasionally reaching up to 40 degrees Celsius in places like Hrbanovo. Winters, particularly in the mountains, are cold and snowy, with temperatures dropping to -20 degrees Celsius and below. When it comes to culture, Slovakia is a delightful blend of influences from its Central European neighbors, deeply rooted in its Catholic heritage and vibrant folk traditions. This is beautifully expressed in its music, dance, and especially its architecture. Just listen to the national anthem, Nad Tatras Bliska, lightning over the Tatras, which is based on a traditional folk melody. The Východná Folklore Festival is the oldest and largest nationwide festival, showcasing Slovak folklore, with lively performances by groups like Sluk, the Slovak folk art collective. Slovakia is also famous for its charming wooden folk architecture. You can step back in time in the wonderfully preserved village of Vlkolinec, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1993, or visit the remarkable wooden churches in the Prešov region, some of which are also UNESCO listed. The country holds the distinction of having one of the highest concentrations of castles per capita, from romantic ruins to grand restored fortresses like Bojnes Castle, Spiš Castle, another UNESCO site, and Bratislava Castle. And don't forget the Basilica of St. James in Levoča, home to the world's tallest wooden altar, crafted by Master Paul of Levoča. A central figure in Slovak mythology is Juraj Janošík, often called the Slovak Robin Hood, a legendary hero who supposedly robbed from the rich to give to the poor. His tales have inspired numerous literary works and films, including a popular 1935 movie. Slovaks are also passionate about sports. Ice hockey and football are the most popular team sports. The Slovak national ice hockey team has achieved considerable success, winning 4 medals at the World Championships, including a gold, and securing a bronze medal at the 2022 Winter Olympics. The national football team also made a notable appearance at the 2010 FIFA World Cup, reaching the last 16 and famously defeating Italy. Now let's talk about the food. Slovak cuisine is hearty, flavorful, and a comforting reflection of its Central European location, sharing similarities with Hungarian, Czech, Austrian, Polish, and even Ukrainian culinary traditions. It's built on staple ingredients like pork, poultry, flour, potatoes, cabbage, and dairy products. If you try one dish in Slovakia, make it bryndzové halušky. Considered the national dish, these are small potato dumplings served with a salty, tangy sheep milk cheese called bryndza and often topped with crispy bacon. Absolutely irresistible. Other must-try dishes include kapustnica, a rich sauerkraut soup often enjoyed at Christmas, and bryndzové pierogi, which are potato dough dumplings filled with brindza. For something unique, seek out vypraženi syr, a deliciously deep-fried block of cheese, or the traditional potato pancakes known as zemiakové plaki. And if you have a sweet tooth, makové šulance, poppy seed pastries, or makovník, poppy seed roll, are a must, as poppy seeds are a beloved ingredient in Slovak desserts. To wash it all down, enjoy some Slovak wine, primarily from the southern regions, or a local beer, with Pilsener styles being most popular. For something distinctly Slovak, try kofola, a unique herbal cola, or an alcoholic spirit like borovička, juniper spirit, or homemade slivovica, plum brandy, which is like Slovak moonshine. And don't miss Tatratea, a tea-based herbal liqueur from the High Tatras. You can experience authentic Slovak culinary delights in a koliba, a rustic restaurant with a traditional interior found in almost every town. The people of Slovakia are predominantly Slovaks, making up about 83.8% of the population, with Hungarians being the largest ethnic minority at around 7.8%. The official language is Slovak, a Slavic language, but Hungarian and Rusin are also spoken in certain regions. Interestingly, Slovaks are among the top foreign language speakers in the EU, with 68% of the population aged 25 to 64 speaking 2 or more foreign languages. The majority identify as Roman Catholic, followed by Lutherans and Greek Catholics, and freedom of religion is guaranteed by the constitution. Slovakia has a robust economy, driven significantly by its industry. It's proud to be the world's largest producer of cars per capita, with major manufacturers like Volkswagen, Kia, and Jaguar Land Rover operating assembly plants here. The electronics manufacturing and IT sectors are also thriving, with global companies like IBM, Dell, and Samsung having a significant presence. The capital, Bratislava, serves as a key economic hub, benefiting from its strategic location in Central Europe and a skilled workforce. From its ancient origins to its modern identity, Slovakia offers a unique and compelling narrative. It's a land where folklore breathes in wooden churches, where majestic mountains meet hidden caves, and where a hearty welcome awaits those who venture off the beaten path. Whether you're drawn to its rich history, its stunning natural beauty, or its delicious cuisine, Slovakia is a country that truly deserves your attention. And that brings us to the end of another captivating journey with Atlas Narrator. We hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the heart of Slovakia. If you liked what you heard, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment below telling us what surprised you most about Slovakia, or which country you'd like us to explore next. Your support helps us bring more incredible stories from around the globe. Until next time, keep exploring.